Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's I, the Reluctant Gringo, back again. I told you we were going to be streaming tonight, and I've lost my remote. There's my remote.
Gringo.
There's my remote.
Gringo.
There we go. Just,
Yeah, get the welcome PlayStation screen.
I figured it'd be good. But, it's an interesting day today. It's an interesting night. We've got some pop culture to talk about. And, so I got my partner in crime with me. Hold on one second. Let's get him up and running as well.
You don't got me up and running?
You're up and running now.
Camera.
You're up and running now.
What's up?
There you go. All right, little gringo.
Little gringo. I'm not gringo. I'm half gringo.
You're half gringo.
Half.
You're half gringo.
Half gringo. But I blend in.
You speak Spanish.
I do.
You speak Italian.
This is true.
I don't speak either of those.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, all right.
You should speak at least one of them.
I should.
Italian by blood.
So it wouldn't be pop culture night. It wouldn't be a pop culture couple of hours if we didn't talk about the Golden Globes. So I hope everybody seen the winners, the losers, all that.
I thought we were going to refer to Monday Night Raw, but okay.
Oh, yes. By the way, yes. If we seem a little distracted, it's because, yes, we are huge wrestling fans. Make no bones about it. And today is the first night on Netflix that WWE is on, so it's kind of a big deal.
It's more important than you guys. No,
it's really not. It's really not. No. But it's fun, so we got it on the iPad over there, kind of watching that, kind of checking that out. But yeah, so last night we were watching football, and I guess 10 million people were watching the Golden Globes, so they had a pretty good audience. I mean, their audience was up. The ratings were 50% over last year.
That's surprising.
I guess Nikki Glazer, brought in some audience.
I didn't know it was even going on until you told me.
I totally forgot about it. I mean, I knew it was going to happen.
I didn't know.
I didn't know it was last night.
I knew the Oscars are in February, right? If I'm not mistaken.
February, sometimes late February. Yeah, something like that. So
that I'm aware of.
So, but definitely the Golden Globes and the winner, Best Picture, one of the Best Picture winners. We got to talk about this film. Not many of you probably have seen it. It's Emilia Perez. And listen, I'm not going to cut that. This is everybody who was claiming woke Hollywood is done, that woke Hollywood is over, that woke Hollywood is going to go away. Not if you've seen this movie, because this is about as mind-blowingly cringy and as I could imagine. And it's a musical. Let's start out with that. It's a musical. But here's the general plot of Emilia Perez. So, and Zoe Saldana won a Golden Globe for her role in this film. So like a Best Actress or Best Supporting Actress or whatever it is. I think it's Best Supporting Actress. So Zoe Saldana plays this lawyer.
Am I frozen?
Are you frozen? No, you're not frozen. I don't think you're frozen. Why?
I was told I was.
Oh, yeah, are you? Let's see. Let's see if you are frozen. Move. Yeah, you're frozen. So, all right. We'll go to this. Boom.
What if the camera's dead?
The camera's not dead. Because I can see you moving in the camera.
Ah.
So we'll fix that. And as we fix that, we'll kind of talk about Emilia Perez. So Zoe Saldana plays this lawyer in Mexico City. She's really fed up with her. First of all, the first 5 minutes of the film I started watching.
I can't speak on this. You're the one here. You're the expert right now. I haven't watched this film.
You saw 10 minutes of it.
I saw like the singing part.
And that was enough for you. One of the singing parts. Sorry. So she works for a law firm that represents men that apparently do bad things to women. Now, as it began, I thought, wow, this film actually might have it. The production value was pretty good. I mean, I recognize Mexico City. The rough parts of it is really the rough part. Then the musical began. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little weird, singing about this stuff. And it wasn't the great. And you know me, if it's a musical and I like it, I'll tell you, like I said, I like Wonka, I like Wicked, So she's fed up because, she doesn't want to do this job and she's getting little money and she's getting pressure to be a woman, to start a family and all that. But the thing in Mexico is, especially Mexico City, if you've spent any time there is and has been an ongoing issue over the last few decades of the rights of women, and legitimately so. Some of the stories that I've heard, not only from my wife, but family members and things that I've seen on the street, things I've seen in the press, it's an absolutely legitimate topic to cover when talking about Mexico, and especially Mexico City. And I've told this story before on the channel. The first time I went down in the subways with my wife, I looked at the sign and I asked her, what do these signs mean as we're walking towards the platform? And they were basically telling the general public, reminding them that, hey, assaulting women, touching them inappropriately without their permission is against the law. Like it was such a. It's such.
Which actually, she didn't tell you the full story there. It's actually in Mexico City. It's a federal crime.
It's a federal crime.
It's not even state law anymore. You get sent federal court.
Well, the reason they had to put up those signs is because it's such a problem. Those trains get so congested that women will just get groped out of nowhere, and it's like not a daily occurrence. It's like an hourly occurrence at some point.
Well, it was that. It's way better now.
Well, it's way better because you saw what they did. If you go to a Mexico City subway and you walk down there, and when I first walked down there, we get to the platform, and then I look to my right, and I see this plexiglass wall with this little opening, and then I see what I thought was a member of the army, but they're police. But the police here in Mexico City,
they can be decked out. Yeah, they'll be decked out.
They're full SWAT. They look like they're going to Afghanistan. Let me tell you. And there's one watching, and they're up on a platform. They got a whistle. They got their weapons ready. And I said to my wife, well, what is that? And she said, well, that's the area. If you're a child or a woman, you go in that area if you want to feel comfortable, because the first two cars pull up there. Mm-hmm. And those are only for women and only for children. They literally had to segregate the train cars because, just to give women a safe place, a protective place. So it was really amazing. And my phone made a noise. I don't know why.
It got off the camera for a moment.
Oh, okay. You know what? I should plug it in because it's probably going
to die. Oh, wow. Yeah, that thing's dropping.
Oh, yeah.
I looked away for a second and it was like, I thought it was at full. Nope.
No. Hold on. It's going to shake. So it really is. I mean, so this film had a chance as it started out within the first 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, wow, this is really going to address something that's meaningful and has an issue. And then what happens is, as Zoe Saldana her character is in the bathroom, and for some reason she has to, the script asked her to ask for a tampon. Okay, for no reason, just, hey, I'm a woman and I'm having this issue. Okay, fine, whatever. She's in the bathroom, she gets a phone call, and it's this gravelly voice talking, and be at the newsstand in 10 minutes if you want to be rich. Now, no woman in Mexico City in their right mind.
Wait. Okay, I haven't watched this film. What happened?
Yeah. So she gets a phone call on her cell phone, doesn't know who it is.
And she's living, you said, in North Mexico City?
Northern Mexico City, which...
What neighborhood?
Right out... Well, this is the area right near Benito Juarez Airport.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's not Tepito.
Tepito is near the center almost.
Yeah, Tepito, by the way, if you're a tourist, don't go to Tepito.
They get the nice market on Sunday.
The nice market on Sunday, but stay in the market. Otherwise...
Yeah, don't. Ooh.
Don't do it.
It could be Tapalapa.
It could be. But
that would make sense.
It doesn't look like it's not a nice area that they're filming.
Probably.
So, Zoe Saldana, her character, is like, okay, fine. And she literally goes to a newsstand. It's not it's like nighttime. No one's around. It's outside the courtroom. It's in a bad neighborhood.
Wait. So it's a single alone woman.
Yes.
She leaves at night.
Yes.
To go meet a man with a strained, groggly voice.
Yes.
Gravelly voice.
Promising her to make her rich.
At a random newsstand.
Yep.
In the dark.
Yep.
40 lit.
Yep.
No one around.
That's correct. So you want to know what happens?
This sounds like the beginning of a Netflix crime docuseries.
Now, meanwhile, there's already been a couple of songs about the patriarchy. Okay. I can deal with that. All right. I can deal with that because I understand the issue women have, and the struggles that they have. You see it and hear about it in this country. I'm okay with that so far, right? I'm not like, ugh, right? So anyways, so then all of a sudden her character has a black bag put over her head and she's whisked away in an SUV and taken off. And now she's like, and the continuity, the film's a little messy because all of a sudden she's in like the desert area of Mexico. Now, if you know anything about Mexico City, it's freaking huge. To get to that area is hours worth of driving. Right?
From where?
In somewhere outside the middle, like we're talking desert area.
Oh, Oh yeah, that's not even just hours. That's
So-
like you're better off taking a flight.
So either way, she's taken out of the SUV. She's with still the bag over her head. There's lines of pickup trucks. It's obvious, like this, guns and loud Mexican rap music or Spanish rap music or Latin American rap music, whatever you want to call it. She's put in the back of this truck, this box truck, and she's sitting there at a table, and on the other side is another character being silent. Now the place is filled with like electronics and surveillance and radios and whatnot. Obviously, this is the drug lord. This guy's a drug lord. So she, they pulls the bag off of her head. Now the drug lord is there. The drug lord is played. Now, if you see my screen here, you see Zoe Saldana here, and then you see this woman here. Well, that's not a biological woman. That is a transgender actress or actress. Look, I'm not going to try to be politically correct here. I just want to explain the story. That is Carla Sofia Gascon. And she, in real life, transitioned from a man to a woman. And she's playing this drug lord. Now, they have the character dressed, got a full beard on her, so the makeup, so she's talking like this to talk like a man, right? And she explains to Zoe Saldana's character or Rita is the character's name is, that Rita is there as a lawyer because she wants Zoe, Rita, whatever you want to call her, to go around the world, find a doctor that will do it quietly, secretly, transition her from a male drug lord to a female so she can go wherever and go live her life. Explains that she's always, since a little child, but she became a drug lord. It really, honestly, she became a drug lord so people wouldn't know that she was transgender. I don't know. I guess that makes sense somewhere.
What?
Somewhere in somebody said that made sense. She's already been going through 2 years of hormone therapy and all that. She's going to make her rich, gives Zoe Saldana's character complete control over all the finances. And then, because Zoe Saldana is like, okay, well, you're a drug lord. You control all the northern synthetic drug trade. You're the leader of a cartel. She talks about how she already wiped out, how this person already wiped out another cartel, the Northern Alliance, to take control. So she's sitting across the table from someone who's basically a mass murderer, a criminal, someone who's probably wanted by Interpol.
I'm sorry. So the movie, okay, as Mexican.
Yeah, you're Mexican.
The movie glorifies a drug lord, cartel leader, violent.
Yeah.
And gives the excuse that it's okay?
Well, I mean, you only did it to protect herself because she's...
I don't give a shit.
It gets worse.
What do you mean?
It gets worse.
Who wrote this?
It gets worse. So
this sounds like something the French would have wrote.
The French did write this. So French.
Of course they did.
Jacques Audiard.
Is this what we get for winning the war against them?
Is this the revenge? I don't know.
Sorry, we beat you at Puebla. All right, we didn't need this.
This thing. We're gonna get to the winners and losers. This also won a few other awards last.
This won awards?
Yeah, but one of the best.
Was it a good movie?
No.
Did you finish it?
I haven't finished it. I couldn't because Raw started. But anyways,
that's right.
So Zoe Saldana's character takes off.
Was it good at least up to that point?
No.
I only saw some of the singing and I was laughing because I couldn't believe it, but because some of the songs are just like, what? What are we singing about?
What are we singing about? She's singing about how she's got a fat ass. She's singing about how, she's got a law degree but a bad salary. I'm like,
I was only there for the other, the hospital part.
So she walks. She's in Bangkok. Of course she is. She's in Bangkok,
of all places,
to find a doctor at this transition clinic that has got literally dozens of patients in there with smiles on their faces, all transitioning. She walks in, they start singing. Unbelievable. Start singing. The doctor starts singing, is this a man to a woman or a woman to a man? And she sings back, a man to a woman. And then he sings back to her, literally, no bullshit, this is the line. So from a penis to a vagina.
I saw that.
And I'm just like,
laughing.
I'm like, no, really? This is the song? And they go through and they start talking. And then all the patients are all smiley and they're all happy and they're all being wheeled around and they're kind of dancing. And there's all this choreography of trans gender patients, and they're talking about all the procedures and shaving Adam's apples, and it was just like, I'm like watching this and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what won the award.
We're still talking about a drug lord?
Well, she's there on behalf of the drug lord now no one, apparently she goes from, there's a whole montage where she goes from Bangkok to India to all these other countries, and apparently no one wants to do this surgery and they never explain really why, but I'm guessing it's because she ends up telling them who the client is, and they're like, no, we don't want to do that. And then she comes across this one doctor, right? Because the drug lord is getting impatient and threatening her life because he's running out of time, or she's running out of time, whatever. Okay. And the doctor and the lawyer start singing.
You know, at first when you started this talk with the two, I thought it was gonna be like maybe like a interesting, like maybe like a almost like, you know how they used to do comedies in the 90s with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's got to disguise himself to evade the law, kind of stuff.
Well, he's doing it for that, but the main purpose, and he sings it in his own little song. He's sitting there singing that this is not the face I wanted ever since. And he explains how since he was just a little boy, he's known it since his first ability to think. He knew that he wanted to be a girl.
So this isn't just a ploy to get out. I give it credit for it was like, oh, this is the clever way to avoid the law and escape and live in the sunset.
No. This is just he wants to live the life he was meant to live, right?
And we're using cartels
and children. Yes, they're actually talking about how it's, we're supposed to feel bad because when he was a child he wanted this, and I'm like, we are not advocating for we're not advocating.
I'm just stuck on the point of the cartel part. Listen, I live here in this country. I don't think we should be glorifying anybody who's a leader of a cartel. I get if it's a movie and it's like a TV show, like what was it? What's the Netflix series that was really, really popular?
Tiger King?
No. It's I can't remember.
There's a bunch of them.
There's one with Pedro Pascal as like El Chapo. No, not El Chapo. As who's the guy from Colombia? I can't remember his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Escobar.
Yeah. I can't remember Escobar. There's I forgot what it is.
But yeah,
Narcos.
Yeah, we shouldn't be glorifying this stuff.
And for that show, it's understandable. But even then, you show the harsh side of life and everything. You know what I mean? You're not giving them excuses of like, oh.
But what this film turns into is a complete propaganda piece for transgender. But
why are we using the background of cartels?
I don't
Please,
know.
Why?
Why? She and the doctor, she finds.
You could use another story here.
You could.
Why are you going to use my culture?
This is what we went with.
No.
So the doctor and she start singing, and he's like hesitant. He's like, well, maybe he should seek help, and maybe there's psychological things. And this is all done in song. And she starts talking about, you need to change. She sings the song. If you change your mind, you change society, you change your soul, you change your mind, you change society. I'm like, and I'm just watching this, and I'm like, are you what? It was just, I couldn't.
I'd understand if they did because of based on the woman rights issues here in this country.
Sure,
I would understand if you kind of did something in that context. It's just I can't get past the cartel part.
Wrong thing.
I really can't.
We
just give an excuse to this. No one.
So yeah. So what did it win?
My question is, how do the cartels feel about this movie?
I don't know, but
they gotta be upset.
Anyway, so she goes through the whole thing, right? Disappears. Like, first of all, the cartel leader that's transitioning is married with children. Now, my question is, okay, if you're married with children, you're married to Selena Gomez. That's who Selena Gomez plays. Your battery just did die. That's why you froze.
Frozen again.
Well, you're not gonna. But don't worry about it. So Zoe Saldana's character gets new passports for the kids, bank accounts, all that stuff, and a wife who are going to go live in Switzerland, and she is going to transition and disappear forever, right? But apparently, a few years later, right, she comes back to Mexico, gets arrested, all sorts of other stuff happens. Anyways, so it becomes a whole propaganda piece that this person's a hero. She's stunning and brave. No, she's a cartel leader who's responsible for the murder of thousands, who knows, thousands of people, whether it's through violence or providing illicit substances instead of synthetic drugs and fentanyl and things like that.
You could have gone so many ways.
You could have, but
there's so many other routes to go.
But she's the hero of this film, and apparently look, spoiler alert, and I don't care. The character does die at the end, but the end
from what?
A gunshot wound or something like that. You know what? Let me get back to this. There is a synopsis. I will read the synopsis. Let's see if I can find the synopsis because, here we go, plot synopsis. Okay.
Is this an accurate plot synopsis?
Yeah, pretty accurate. Oh, we got a little Glenlivet ad. Okay. I don't advertise liquor.
We should. No, I'm joking.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
I might need some after this.
All right. After the surgery, Manitas, which is the name of the drug lord, assumes her new identity as Emilia Perez to ensure her family's safety. Emilia's wife, Jessie, played by Selena Gomez, and their children are relocated to Switzerland. Rita receives a substantial payment as Emilia stages her own death, leaving her cartel past behind. So everything's forgiven, right? Everything's okay.
I don't think that's how the law works, but thank you.
4 years later in London, because Rita is now rich because she made millions off of this, right? So there's a good person helping a drug lord disappear instead of actually just turning the person in. Unexpectedly meets Emilia again. Emilia expresses her longing to reconnect with her children, right? Now Rita's again moved for Jessie and the children to return to Mexico. Rita arranges for Jessie and the children to return to Mexico City under the guise of Emilia being a distant cousin of Manitas, helping to care for the family. While Jessie doesn't recognize Emilia, she reluctantly agrees to return, motivated by her rekindled romance with an old lover, Gustavo Brun. Whatever. Anyways, so we're going to skip ahead, blah, 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 blah.
Wait. So you get away with everything, only to choose to want to get some of it back?
Yeah. Oh, also, Emilia, by the way, Emilia's upset that his former wife that he left because he transitioned is with another man. So Emilia, the drug lord, says to his former wife, who he's been living a lie with for all this time, I'm gonna cut off all your money for you and the children. Excellent, right? That's good.
What?
Yep.
Wait. You can't have your cake and eat it.
All right. So anyways,
that doesn't even make sense in social context no more.
All right. So anyways,
what? What, Gringo? You can't just brush over that point, Gringo.
I'm gonna.
What do you mean, Gringo?
All right.
Can't just park the car and then say, "Get out here, son. You got 10 more miles to walk." It's just not possible. What do you mean? You leave for 4 years. You're upset she remarried?
Yeah, I guess.
What?
That's it.
That's like you leaving for milk and coming back 10 years later and be like, "You don't remember me, son?"
So there's a chaotic shootout. And people are in the trunk.
From where?
All three. Jesse, Gustavo, the guy, and Emilia die in the accident. Rita delivers the devastating news to Jesse's children, right? So now the mother's dead, Emilia's dead, the transgender cartel leader's dead. So the children are left with nothing.
Wait. So who's Gustavo?
Gustavo was the person that the guy that she fell in love with after the transgender guy dropped her. So that's Selena Gomez decides, well, I left, so I'm going to fall in love with somebody else.
Oh, okay. So that's supposed to be the new father.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's dead. Who else is dead?
Emilia's dead. The transgender cartel person's dead.
Okay, and who else is dead?
Jesse, the Selena Gomez character.
Oh, she dies?
Yeah.
Oh, these poor kids.
So the kids have nothing.
Kids
have nothing.
They're stuck in Mexico with Swiss passports.
So Rita, the lawyer who's done everything.
You said they're in Switzerland, right?
No, they all came back to Mexico City.
No, I know, but so I'm assuming they're under Swiss passports, I'd imagine?
I guess they had fake passports to get to Switzerland, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Rita delivers the devastating news to Jesse's children, offering to become their guardian. Of course, more money, why not, right? In the
trust fund, I never knew. I'm responsible, no problem.
In the aftermath.
Off the Foxwoods. Oh, my God.
Okay. There's another.
Who wrote this?
There's another woman in the story, and she's an abused woman, and she works, and she's supported by a non-profit organization here in Mexico, right? Her name is Epifania, and she's sort of like a sympathetic character towards Emilia. So Rita delivers the devastating news to Jesse's children, offering to become the guardian. Okay. In the aftermath, this woman Epifania, joined by supporters of a non-profit, marches in the streets, honoring Emilia's legacy as a symbol of truth and liberation. That's how the movie ends.
Wait. The drug lord's life
is a symbol of truth and liberation. And this one,
you too can become a ruthless drug lord and murder thousands of people and be remembered for the truth you spread.
In this one.
What?
This one.
What?
That one. That one.
Who wrote this? You said the French. I'm not surprised now. But why can't they do this about France? Why do they gotta do this about my country?
I'm just telling you.
Why?
Yep.
What did my country do to you people?
Yep.
We know we won a war, but
last night this film was named Best Motion Picture Musical Comedy and Best Non-English Language Film. So it won Best Foreign Film, it won Best Musical Comedy. Zoe Saldana took home the Best Supporting Actress Award for her performance. The movie song El Mal won for Best Original Song. Which, are you kidding me? Look, if you don't like Wicked, I get it, but I'm sorry, Wicked had some really cool songs, all right? I don't know if maybe it wasn't Best Original. I don't know. Let's see here. What else did it win? And by the way, Emilia Perez, the transgender actress that plays Emilia Perez, was nominated for Best Actress as a woman. So, I'm sorry. There's gotta be, I'm sorry, just like in sports, you're a biological male, you're transgender woman, that's fine. Do what you want, I don't care. But that spot belongs to a woman. That nominee spot belongs to another actual biological woman, in my opinion. And so, for her to be nominated...
Frozen, right?
You're gone.
Okay, I don't know if I was still on camera.
You're gone.
Making sure. I was like looking here and I was looking away. I'm lost.
So, woke is gone? Everybody's woke is dead. Oh, yeah? There you go. Guess what's going to be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars? Guaranteed this is going to get a nomination. They do like 10 nominations now for Best Picture.
Do they?
This is at least going to get a nomination.
It's usually like 5 only.
No. Remember, they expanded it.
I don't remember
No, yeah, they've expanded over the last few years. This is going to get nominated. This is going to get nominated.
My problem is still with the drug lord part.
My problem is
truth and liberation. What?
My problem is that this picture is preaching that if you are transgender, whatever you did in the past as a man, you're transgender or a woman, doesn't matter. And you can blame all of what you did. And literally, because the character literally says, I did all these horrible things to hide the fact that I had this dysphoria. Literally sings it to the doctor to convince him to do the surgery.
My whole thing is there's no excuse ever if you do a horrible thing that is, justifiable. War is different. Still a terrible thing you're doing, but there's some justification in the sense of that. Rules of war engagement. But like when it comes to like this, like in terms of just being a cartel leader, what? You can't just excuse that. There's no moral.
It's honestly to me. Honestly, it's not for me.
That's the gross part. That's gross to me. It's just like you can't.
It's yes.
Fine. You can do a. I don't care. You do a movie on that.
You want to do a movie on transgenderism and you want to make a propaganda? That's fine.
That's fine.
Do that. Don't make it as like an excuse. Like
don't try to excuse a problem that is
violence against people.
I live in this country. Have you seen sometimes on the news what they do on the bridges with people?
Yeah, I've seen it. Never mind that. You know what? I mean, you and I lived and you visited me in one of the smallest towns, probably one of the smallest towns in the smallest state in Mexico.
I lived there.
You lived there for a little bit. And we went to the bus station there to take a trip, right? Because the buses are nice in Mexico, by the way. And I walked down this little hallway, and there's this billboard about 6 feet by 4 feet down
of people's faces who are missing
because of these organizations that operate in this country.
And I'll tell you something: it's different at every single post office, every single bus station, every single police office. That poster is different.
It's not even poster.
It's not poster. It's a board. It's a board with photos.
With all like missing and we're looking for this person, looking for that person. And the thing is, it's men, women, children. It's everything, right? And it's so prevalent that this one board in the smallest town, in the smallest state of Mexico, it wasn't just like, here's one in the corner, one here. It was filled. And it was like thick because
old ones.
They just had to plaster over the old ones because it just kept coming and just kept coming. And we're glorifying this and saying, it's okay.
No.
Are you kidding me?
That's my problem.
Thank you, Netflix. And Netflix didn't make this film. No one really wanted this film, right? No one wanted to distribute this film in the United States. Netflix picked it up and said, we'll distribute it. It won the Cannes Film Festival, right? It won awards at Cannes, right? Or Cannes, or whatever you want to. Now it's won a Golden Globe. I swear to God, I'm telling you, it's going to be nominated at the Oscars. So the bullshit about woke being done and that, it's not. You cannot kill a religion. This is a religion. This type of ideology is a religion. You can't kill it. It's not going anywhere. But you know what? Here's what I was thinking to myself, right? Let it go. Let it go as far as they want to take it. Because at some point in time, it's going to reach a critical mass point where people are going to go, you're out of your mind at this point. Because when you start bringing in the fact and start singing and advocating within the film that, it's okay to acknowledge this in children and maybe even start treating it in children, that's where I draw that line as well. That's where I start to go, okay, we're crossing a line here. We're crossing a line here. To me, I'm sorry. You want to do what you want to do in life after you're 18 years old? Go ahead and do it. I don't care. Freedom, baby.
Yeah, I have a respect for everyone's personal freedoms and choices. I have no problem with that. I have a problem if we start using personal freedoms and choices and even morals as an excuse to commit or even excuse past horrific offenses.
Yes.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less where you stand in the political spectrum, what your belief is when it comes to these topics or even issues, if you want to call them that. My problem is the second we start trying to give excuse to horrific crimes.
Yeah.
That should never be excused.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So according to this film, if a current drug lord, if El Chapo was arrested, if this was the time when El Chapo was arrested and he stands up and says, I'm transgender. I only did it because I'm trans. We're okay with that? Are we okay with that? No, I wouldn't be okay with that. I don't think anybody else should be either. But this film and these people who voted for this film and the people here in that theater that were clapping and cheering for that film, they're okay with it. So unbelievable. And I will watch the rest because I started it. I got 45 minutes into it and I said, oh my Lord. And everything I just told you, I couldn't believe they're singing about cutting off body parts. They were doing it gleefully. And Zoe Saldana's character, she's walking with the doctor singing all about, this is how we shaved. She's like, what are the different procedures? Because it's not just one surgery. It's like 10, 15 different. It's
there's
multiple.
A process.
There's a whole bunch of surgeries. And so the doctor's like, which one do you want? And she's like, yes, that one. Yes. And there's men lying on their backs with their legs in the air and they're like smiling euphorically as like, they're getting ready to be cut. And I'm just like, all right, this is the weirdest. This is strange, man. So Emilia Perez. Check it out if you want to. It's on Netflix.
The name of the movie is Emilia Perez?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, after the main character. Yep. There you go. So the actress in it is, again, is in real life transgender, playing a transgender character. All right. So that's my rant on Emilia Perez. And that's my rant on woke being dead in Hollywood. It ain't dead, folks. It's just going to morph into something different. It's a religion. It's an ideology that's become religious. It's cult. That was it. The Hollywood. It's no longer the Hollywood Foreign Press. I forgot who bought it. Now the Golden Globes. That wasn't an award show. That was a cult meeting last night. That's what that was. And thank God they had football on, so I could watch that instead of that. But 10 million people watched that cult cheer on that stuff. Now, they did do some good things last night. We're going to talk about that. It was mostly, when that's your celebrated film of the year. Shogun was named Best Drama Series and should be, along with, Penguin and Shogun.
Is the camera live?
I don't know. Is it?
I think it's off.
Let's see. Yeah, it's frozen.
Yeah, because I don't see the thing recording anymore here.
Yeah, it's off. So,
you're lost because it shows your contacts only now.
Okay, but we'll figure that out in a second. So we'll get back to that in a second. Give us a second. We're going to be offline for a minute. There we go. So,
Shogun.
Yeah.
Please, I want to move on from the cartel talk.
You want to move on from the transgender cartel talk?
Let's move on.
So Shogun won. And let me just make sure that that's good. There we go. There we go.
So what about Shogun? What did they win? Best drama?
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, Shogun was named Best Drama Series with Anna Sawai and Hiroyuki Sanada and Tabanobu Asano winning for their performances in the show. Well deserved. I tell you, Shogun was my second favorite next to Penguin. I thought Penguin was a better show, but Shogun, awesome show. Great. Hacks was named Best TV Series, musical or comedy. All right, whatever. Baby Reindeer was the winner in the category of Best Limited Series, Anthology Series, a movie made for TV, which it should have been Penguin. Jessica Gunning won for performance. Let's see here. Viola Davis and Ted Danson were given like the Cecil B. DeMille Awards and the Carol Burnett Award. It was weird. Their speeches were cut short, which is kind of weird because you want to usually let those people talk. And Colin Farrell won for his role as Oswald Cobb, the Penguin. So that was cool.
That's good. All right. Outside the weird.
Yeah. Demi Moore won an award for Substance, which is a movie no one saw. Oh, they have this one category, which is really weird. It's called Box Office Achievement. Okay, so when you think of that, you're going to give an award to the film for Best Box Office, right?
I would imagine that, right?
So what would it be? It would be the one that's made the most money, right?
Sure. Well, hold on. It'd be ratio. I mean, you have to do ratio maybe because like one movie might have like a lower budget than the other, but technically outperforms on like a percentage.
That's fair.
I do it based on that.
I don't know what the criteria is.
I'd weight it, you know what I mean?
Maybe it is weighted, or it's just voted on. It's fine. Wicked won. I mean, it's made like $800 million. It's fine. It's cool.
I mean, what's bigger than that this year?
Well,
Deadpool?
I mean, you got Inside Out 2, which is 1.7 billion.
Right.
Deadpool, which is 1.4 billion. You got Despicable Me, which just hit $1 billion. You got Moana 2, which is approaching $1 billion. We'll get into that. So, and then below that, Wicked, right? So, fine. Wicked won. That's fine. Whatever. Nikki Glaser, I guess, was a good host. It was a little awkward of a show. They had people talking to the camera with their backs to the audience, so that looked weird. Even the presenters said that was kind of weird when they were doing skits and things like that. When you're talking to the camera, talking to an audience that's actually behind you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right. Weird.
So okay,
Weird.
And apparently Vin Diesel and The Rock were friendly with each other. I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, no, they don't like each other.
Well, last night they were friendly with each other.
Oh, maybe I mean, it could be for show.
I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
Do you think The Rock really cares? He's so friggin' rich.
I don't think anymore he does, but they used to. It used to be like a really big problem because it used to come down to like contracts as well. Because I think both have contracts where it's like neither can lose in the film.
Okay. All right.
Or can't be made to look weak because it's kind of part of their whole kind of like their image.
Really?
When it comes to like, well, you're gonna book The Rock for the movie. You want The Rock, you don't want to book a guy who's like always known as losing, right?
Okay.
I guess that's kind of how it is.
That's fine. Yeah, let's get rid of
It's like
this.
protecting yourself as like an asset, which I can understand that in a contract to an extent.
All right, cool. I got nothing against Rock. I like The Rock.
No, I got nothing against them.
All right.
I don't know anything about their personal lives, really. So,
it got me thinking because then, along with the award for blockbuster or box office, right? They ran a list of the greatest box office successes in history, and it was all modern films. And I'm like, no, you didn't adjust for inflation.
Yeah.
So I found this
Titanic.
Yeah, I found this list adjusted for inflation.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah,
it would be up number one. No?
Here we go. Here's the top 10 films adjusted for inflation. Just so if information for you, adjusted for inflation, the top 10 grossing films of all time. 1977, Star Wars: A New Hope.
Right. Is that number one or is that number 10?
That's number one. 1.7 billion.
Yeah. Gone with the Wind's up there.
Titanic is next. E.T., which I can't watch E.T. I cry. E.T. is one of those films that make me cry. Even now, I'm 50 years old, I'll cry. I'll cry at that movie. When Elliot, go home, touches it, I lose.
E.T. go home.
E.T. I can't lose it. Although, him drinking beer and getting drunk, awesome scene.
I'm all for that.
Yep. Number 4 is The Force Awakens. Below that, Avatar.
Really, Force? Oh, well, because I remember the hype around that.
Yep. Below that, Avatar. Below that, The Empire Strikes Back. Below that, Endgame. That makes sense.
Endgame.
Because they released it twice. All right. Below that, Return of the Jedi. That's number 8. Number 9, Jurassic Park. Number 10, The Phantom Menace.
All Star Wars. What? I swear, Gone with the Wind used to be...
Gone with the Wind is dropped a little bit. I don't even know.
It used to be the number one film.
Yeah.
In terms of money.
Again, this is just... They might not be able to adjust that for inflation.
Well, it used to be. I think because it was so insanely high. Because it was so cheap to see it.
And you know what? This might be one of those movies that they don't have in there because it's controversial now. You know what I mean? Sometimes they don't include those in those lists. But anyways.
Well, what were you looking on?
There's a bunch of lists like that. And I've seen Gone with the Wind on that list. And by the way, great movie, Gone with the Wind, if you haven't seen it. But all those movies out there, those are all great movies. Okay. Yeah. Have you watched Titanic lately? It looks dated.
It is dated.
It looks really dated. Like the some of the CGI doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up. I mean, 1997, I get it. It's over a quarter of a century. But then again, some of those on the list, I mean, Star Wars holds up.
Oh, no. Okay, I found out why. Because I was like, I'm sure I'm right. Gone with the Wind held the record of highest grossing film for 25 years and adjusted for inflation has earned more than any other film. Yeah. It still holds the record. It's an unbreakable record.
Okay.
So it's just like, that's why they don't include it no more.
They don't include it on the list.
Unless something like vastly outdoes it in an insane pace, which is probably not going to happen.
No, not now.
Not anymore.
Maybe Emilia Perez.
I hope.
Hey, Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart. Like I said, we got Raw going. That's Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart. Hulk Hogan, he's got a beard now, I guess. I don't know.
He's always had a mustache. He's had what?
He sells like.
I thought he said beard.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean he's surprised?
Dude, he's riding high. He's spoke for Trump. He's like all about that. He's
having a good year.
He's having a great year.
He had a good year. Oh, he's starting to have a good year too now.
I mean, he's getting up there in age. Let me tell you, wow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, still, he's got bigger arms than my head. But anyways, all right. So speaking of Star Wars, we just talked about all these Star Wars films that made so much money, and then you look at it and go, okay, how could Disney screw that up? But they have. I'm a big fan of the Phantom Menace. All right, I know it's my generation. Star Wars is the original. Your generation Star Wars is the Phantom Menace. It's Attack of the Clones. It's Revenge of the Sith. Right. So that's the Star Wars you grew up with.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Wait, which ones? Phantom Menace?
Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Absolutely. Revenge of the Sith. 25 years now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that film.
So Jake Lloyd, the kid who played Anakin.
Oh, yeah. We got into some trouble.
You got into right?
Some real trouble.
Not his fault, right? So this I saw this article, and I'm glad he's doing much better because this kid went through hell. Star Wars actor Jake Lloyd breaks silence about mental health struggles, schizophrenia diagnosis. Now, there's all these stories about how when the Phantom Menace came out, he got bullied so bad, he had to leave school, all this stuff. Now, he and his mother came out a little while ago, so that's not really the case. He did get bullied, but it wasn't because of that, because he was having mental health issues even back then.
Right.
And so he had to leave school. And, he's had it rough. He's had it really rough.
No, he's had a rough time since
but,
then.
It seems like, he goes, I can now accept taking on continued treatment and therapy and my meds. Everyone's been very supportive, he said. I thought that's really cool to see because, no kid should go through that, let alone an adult.
And
no kid
no support.
No support.
Yeah.
And then have it publicized and then all this misinformation go out there about him. So yeah, schizophrenia. I mean, that's no joke, man. Lisa Lloyd, his mother, heals an 18 stint. So he's had 18 stints in mental health rehab facilities after full-blown psychotic break in March of 2023. Dear Lord. During which he turned his car off in the middle of a 3-lane road in Southern California. Oh, God bless this kid.
Was it in a Bronco?
No, it was not in a Bronco.
Damn. Sorry, some humor.
So
some humor. We needed some humor.
But this is the kind of story that makes you feel good. Okay, you know what?
That makes me happy. Thank you.
He's getting help.
You brought me back up out of here.
He's getting help, and hopefully everything will be fine. So awesome. Awesome for him. Let's see here. Let me navigate this. Our cameras are having some issues, but that's okay. We'll keep going.
Keep on rolling.
Keep on rolling. Here we go. Where's my news? Here's my
main
news.
event.
Main event. CM Punk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look. Not wrong, right? Is that Seth Rollins? Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, that's him. Dressed like, I don't know what the hell he's dressed like. Jesus. So, now he has another health story for an actor. I didn't know that. I put this in there because I didn't know. Apparently, Jamie Foxx almost died. Like, I knew he was sick a while ago, and he almost died. The nurses and doctors only gave him a 5%. He had a stroke, and he was bleeding from his brain. Like, everybody thought he was, like, sick from, like, the coof. But no, that wasn't it.
No, he was
like,
just dying.
Yeah, he was dying.
Yeah.
He was, like, literally dying. And he had, like, a 5% chance of living. And he tells this story. He goes, I was lying there dying, and the nurse comes in and rolls up her sleeves, like, yo, we're going to make sure you're... And he's like... He thought she was doing that and putting in an extra effort because she's like, she recognized, oh, it's Jamie Foxx, he's a celebrity. And she looked at the nurse, looked at him and goes, no, you're just a patient. And my job is to make sure you live and you get help. And in that moment, he's like, all these red carpets, special treatment, people kissing my ass. He goes, wow, that's all a load of crap. He's like, yes, it is. So he's fine now. That's good. But yeah, crazy stuff at the Golden Globe, crazy stuff out there. Oh, there's a story I saved here about Mindy Kaling. I don't want to talk about Mindy Kaling. No, I don't want to do that. That's just not what I want to talk about. Oh, box office predictions. The box office crystal ball. All right, what do you think is going to be the biggest movie of 2025? In your mind?
Superman.
You think it's going to be Superman?
I mean, what other film is there that's going to beat it?
I don't know.
Think. Tell me.
There's Wicked Part 2.
No.
Let's see here. Let's see the list here.
I'm sure it would do good. If not great.
Survive till 25 has been the mantra of the movie theater business ever since pandemic-related delays and Hollywood's labor strikes wreaked havoc on studios. That's right. All right, so Tom Cruise's 8th Mission Impossible?
Has potential.
It's going to be good, but it's not going to be record-breaking. Because the last one didn't do well. And this is the sequel to the last one. Captain America Brave New World, I don't think is going to do great numbers.
It will start off great. I think it will start off great, but die out very quickly.
Snow White is in trouble, I think.
I wouldn't put your money on Snow White.
How about Avatar, the new Avatar, Fire and Ash?
No.
It releases in December.
I think people were a little too disappointed. I think they're now like, okay, now we're getting them pretty frequently in comparison to waiting for, 10, 15 years?
I watched the first Avatar long time ago. When it first came out on DVD.
It's good. I just never understood what was so crazy about it.
I guess the animation, all that stuff, and the next gen technology.
I don't know.
But it's so long, and I'm like, I don't know. I watched it. So it's good, but I wasn't like, this is the greatest thing ever. I got to go keep watching it. No. The Way of Water grossed $2.3 billion. That's crazy. So I mean, maybe it'll do better. Maybe it'll do something. There's a new Conjuring Last Rites. So we've got a new Conjuring film coming out. I don't think that's going to be crazy. I think Wicked's going to do good business. Let's see, what else we got? Zootopia 2 is coming out. I never seen the first Zootopia. How was the first Zootopia?
I don't think I even saw the first Zootopia.
I'm a bad father. I'm just not bringing my kids to see Zootopia. All right.
I think that came out a little when I was a little older.
All right.
I've heard good things about it.
28 days later? Oh, 28 years later, sorry.
Yeah, your other son is very excited for that.
He's very excited.
Very excited.
He likes the zombies. He's a zombie guy.
I mean, we grew up playing zombies. Don't tell you, he's not the only zombie guy here, all right? Sorry.
How about Fantastic Four? First Steps, the Fantastic Four film.
I think it'll do good. I think it'll do very good. I don't think it beats Superman. I'm sorry, my bet is Superman. It's Superman.
Leading into the whole Doomsday Avengers films and setting that up.
Did you say Doomsday Avengers?
Yeah, Avengers Doomsday. Yeah, Doctor Doom. You remember Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to play Doctor Doom.
You said Doomsday.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of Doomsday.
No, totally different Doomsday.
Okay.
Not Doomsday Superman. Doomsday.
I was like, you're confusing franchises. I think here, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So.
No, I mean, I think it's good.
Secret Wars, all that.
It would do well. It would do very well. It might actually probably beat. Not probably, but it has a chance. But I still think Superman beats it.
Okay.
I think if they do a good job at this,
I'm agreeing with you. I think Wicca's the only one that has a chance to beat it.
I'd argue
if
just
Superman is good. If it comes out and the reviews are like, because you and I are going to see it on the first day.
Yeah.
Even probably before the United States sees it, we'll review it.
Right.
If it's shite,
I'm gonna have problems.
That's gonna be.
I'll write a mean email.
I will write a strongly worded letter.
I'll write a strongly worded letter.
It'll start out, dear James Gunn, you sir are an asshole. New Jurassic World coming out.
Okay, that would do well. I don't think it's gonna beat. Like I said, the only films I give a chance to beat Superman are Fantastic Four. And I give Wicked a shot.
Oh, okay. How about this? Michael Jackson biography.
Sorry, we're not talking about Neverland, okay?
I don't know if they don't even know if they're not saying whether they're going to address that part of his life or not.
I mean, it was a pretty significant part.
Sizable chunk.
I mean, you bought this land. You made a real big deal out of it during your life. And then something was alleged to have occurred. I say alleged because he was innocent.
But we're talking global. Michael's loved globally, still to this day.
And people know about Neverland.
I'm just saying. It could be.
You can't skim over it.
You can't skim over. I know. It's just. I just think, hey, we talked about Mission Impossible, the Smashing Machine.
The what?
Literally, that's the name of it. The Smashing Machine.
I'm good.
All right. Let me just tell you what this is about. Dwayne Johnson steps back into the ring, not as The Rock, but as mixed martial artist Mark Kerr in a biopic written and directed by indie auteur Benny Safdie. So it's about that. It's about. I don't think
I'm good.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think that's going to get general audiences in.
It might be a surprising good movie.
Yeah. I mean, there we go. Superman's on the list. Here we go. F1. Apparently, Formula One's popular. It's Brad Pitt's new Formula One movie. I don't know.
That would do good internationally. People love F1.
People love Brad Pitt.
That exactly as well, but also F1 mostly.
I've never watched an F1 race in my life.
I've watched a couple now because when you're in Europe and you talk to Italians, they get really excited about F1.
What is it? Okay, all right. You lived in Italy.
Yeah.
What is it about F1 that people love? Like, why is it such like a thing?
Because to them, obviously every course is different. Right, okay. Every track is. It's not like
it's not just a big old circle.
Do not compare it to NASCAR. They will get very offended. Extremely.
Next time
I made a joke, and I never had more death stares. You would have thought they were staring at me because of the way I looked. It was those kinds of looks. I was like, oh, my bad. Trying to crack a joke here. It's bad.
It's by Apple Studios, by the way.
I think it'll still be good.
Okay, what does Apple Studios put out theatrically that's been good? Napoleon? No.
Over the Moon?
The Moon? Killers of the Flower Moon?
No, not Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm talking about the other moon.
Fly Me to the Moon?
Fly Me to the Moon. Fly Me to the Moon was good.
But that's not...
It was good.
It's good, but it's not going to break records.
I am a big supporter of that movie.
I'm a big supporter of that movie, too?
You're a big pessimist about that one, all right? Every time it's like you pessimist.
I don't know. I don't
Where's
know.
the positivity in that one? We watched that. You didn't have no problem with it. You enjoyed it like me.
I did enjoy it, but it's not like a record breakers. We're talking which ones are going to break records.
Right. I say F1 maybe because of the topic, but like even then, I don't think it beats it. It might get people interested in F1 more.
Maybe. Tron, Ares. Or Ares.
You'll have a lot of people from my generation who grew up watching the first Tron.
Okay.
Want to go see that?
Okay.
I'll give it. I won't give it as much of a shot as like Wicked and Fantastic Four, but I'll give it a chance to do surprisingly well in The Office.
I gotta go back and I didn't see the Tron sequel.
The Tron sequel?
I seen the original. I didn't see the one that came out like years later.
Oh, like mine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, when you say original, I'm like, I got the original. It's just I'm
talking about my original. My original. All right.
That was crazy. All right, so I don't know, 2025. At least they got a list of. I mean,
we got an interesting lineup. There should be some good films.
There were some. Let me pull out the list here. I had a little bit of a list here.
Your DC list. Dear Diary.
Dear Diary. Dear Margaret.
Dear Margaret.
Wolfman's coming out. That's a horror film.
Not a clue about it.
I'm excited about September 5th because it looks like interesting, but I don't think it's going to be blockbuster.
What is it?
September 5th. The one about the Munich games.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they really messed that one up, huh? You learned the history, but you know who they put? So the spoiler alert, in case you don't know history. You know they didn't put any like professional snipers. They put like random police guys with rifles. Like, here you go.
Oh, jeez.
Good luck. Take the shot, and they missed.
They missed,
and you could imagine what happened. Yeah.
Oh, so you know what? Oh, look, the match is going.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You watching?
From the corner here a little bit. Okay. I want to rewatch the Hogan part. I just want to know what you said. That's Hulk Hogan.
It's a little weird. The ring is a little weird because it
has ads.
It has all the ads. It's black. It's
different from what you're used to.
It's different from what I'm used to. You're going to get some used to.
I thought I was telling you about the referees. They don't have the classic stripes.
They don't have the classic stripes on. Anyways.
Where's the flag? I would love if they gave the flags just randomly. Flag. Illegal hold. Right. 7 slaps. First down.
A few more topics here, but one of these things I ran across was this article: New Year's resolutions for everyone in Hollywood, by the Hollywood Reporter.
Stop going to parties.
Stop going to parties,
and don't say you bought something from somewhere before you know, unless you know you can buy that object there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, baby oil in Costco.
Stop it with the baby oil. So it breaks it down by like director or casting directors. So directors, their thing is go back to your indie roots. Stop making superhero movies. Why would you do that? Superhero movies make money,
and some of them are good.
Some of them are good. But I mean, indies. No one. I mean, how many? You and I see a lot of movies because it's what we do. We review movies.
Right.
Normal people just don't be like, oh, it's an indie. I don't know. It just seems like, just make better movies. I don't care if they're indie or
make interesting movies.
Make interesting movies. Make movies for the general public. Make movies that are good. Casting directors. Everyone is crying about how there are no more movie stars. But this is the year you're going to find a new one. It says, no, there are no more movie stars. You know why? Because when movie stars were movie stars, it was pre-social media. Now you know everything about these people, and then you start to think they become polarizing. It's like, okay, everybody used to love, like if Humphrey Bogart, everybody loved Humphrey Bogart. Everybody. Right? But if he had social media and it was spouting off his political takes or social takes or cultural takes, guess what? He's going to turn off half the country and he's no longer going to be the movie star he was. That's just the way it is. As long as there's social media and stars are doing social media, there are going to be no more super mega stars. I mean...
Well, because everyone wants their opinion to be heard.
Everybody thinks they have a right to... Yeah.
Well, everything... I mean, you have a right to have your opinion to be heard.
But no, you have a right to say your opinion.
You have a right to say your opinion, not heard. Sorry.
Right?
You have a right to say your opinion. Sorry, you're right. Okay. But doesn't mean that, everyone's going to want to hear your opinion. Or agree with it, even.
Yeah. So. Right sizing. This is the time to think of the word right sizing. There's no way around it. Right sizing has got to go. You use it with... The Hollywood Reporter is giving business advice to CEOs. Okay. A conscious restructuring, but that was just a Band-Aid. Staying power. Company stock doesn't have staying power. They don't know what they're talking about. All right, let the CEOs do what they do. Screenwriters, it's time to buckle down and focus on the kind of writing you want to write. If, like your agent says, nothing is getting made, then you might as well write what brings you joy. Okay. Don't people normally do that? Like, if you sit down to write something, don't you want to... And it's for, like, you. Like, you're writing. It's not academic. Like, I'm going to write about stuff that I like to write about. Like, I make videos about things that I want to make videos about. I don't do things that are like, I don't make videos about things that don't interest me. It's just the way I see it.
Yeah. That seems fair.
It just seems the way it is. I'm not going to touch the James Bond story.
Which one?
The James Bond story. The one where they're fighting with Amazon because Amazon wants to turn it into, like, James Bond is now a woman or something like that. Like, and then the people who are in charge of James Bond are like, no, you're not going to do that.
Let's leave it James Bond as James Bond.
All right.
Let's not touch James Bond. It's good as it is. It's classic.
I love James Bond.
It's your go-to.
But I get it. There's some stuff in it that's like, okay, he's a little aggressive with the women.
With the older ones?
Yeah, like the Sean
absolutely.
Connery.
Yeah.
You ever see that one where he's like, you ever see the Barbara Walters interview where he's like, yeah, I slapped my wife. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
and
It's
Barbara
just
Walters is just like,
what?
what? What are you talking about?
Hey, sometimes you gotta slap her a little.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Did he use the B word?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
That's
but
a fucking character.
like Goldfinger is just blatant. Like, there's a scene where he's like wrestling with this girl, and she's obviously telling him, "No, leave me alone," blah blah blah, and he's throwing her around in the hay in the barn and whatnot, and finally gets his way. And I'm just like,
that doesn't seem right.
that don't seem right.
That doesn't seem right.
That's a little aggressive.
She's, never would do it.
I think you
don't condone this.
I think when she tells you to get out, you get out. You know, it's like,
yeah,
oh,
you don't risk it.
You know, or if she's like your enemy, just put her down. That's fine. Just plenty of other fish in the sea.
Enemy?
Well, she's a bad person in the film.
Well, you just send her to jail.
Or just arrest her, whatever, right?
Arrest her, yeah, exactly. You don't gotta do anything extra.
But then again, the Sean Connery films are my favorite ones because I think they're the best. You got From Russia with Love, you got Thunderball, you got Dr. No, the original. All right, a lot of people they like George B. Lazenby's the one he did on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's pretty true. It's a pretty good one. And then people like Roger Moore's better. Like they think Roger Moore's a better James Bond. Which there's a few Roger Moore ones that I like Moonraker. I thought was good, and The Spy Who Loved Me, that was good too. So Timothy Dalton was. I thought Timothy Dalton did a really good job. Honestly, people like I love Pierce Brosnan was my least favorite Bond. I think.
I never.
Maybe next to the current one, Daniel Craig.
You don't like Daniel Craig?
He's okay. They kind of really changed the character around a lot. Just
when he first took over it, I thought those were good movies.
All right. The whole chair with the bullwhip thing that got me a little bit like, okay, enough of that. You know where he's tied up in the chair naked. The torture scene.
Oh,
that scene.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a tough scene.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
That's rough. I like that scene.
When you said chair and the bullwhip, I was thinking like Indiana Jones when he was in the cage with the lion. And what was that? The crest for the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah. No, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that one. No, different. That's Indiana Jones.
I know, but I heard that's all. I wasn't confusing the films. I just for some reason that's the only thing I could think about when it said bullwhip.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, like the Timothy Dalton did.
I gotta watch Indiana Jones
License
again.
to Kill. That one with Timothy Dalton. That was a really good one with a very young Benicio del Toro. Very young Benicio del Toro. So Indiana Jones, they're all over. I think it's on Disney.
It's Disney.
It's all over Disney. So
I've got to watch them. I gotta watch them again.
Yeah. So
love those like first three.
Yeah,
the fourth one isn't too bad
compared to the fifth one. It's actually aged.
It's aged really well.
Really,
it's actually as a film, it's aged well.
Yeah.
When it first got out, it wasn't great, but now it's aged. It's aged gracefully.
All right.
Same with the Star Wars films, the prequels. When they first came out, a lot of heat.
Well, the other night, your mother's like, I was lying in bed,
but they've aged.
My iPad, and your mother's like, "What the hell are you watching?" I'm like, Star Wars. She's like, "Why are you watching?" She's like, looking at me like, "You've seen the movie 700 times." I've literally probably seen it 700 times.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Why are you watching it again?" Because I want to. Because it's Star Wars. So last item on the list here, Ubisoft.
Woo!
Man, they're 2024. I think they're done. I think as a video game studio, they're done.
They've had a rough time.
I mean, okay, let's go through their 2024. And the reason I talk about Ubisoft is because I'm a Skull and Bones fan. I bought it. I did the beta test. I liked it. I bought the game. I've played it over 600 hours. I get it. I get why people don't like it. I like it. I really enjoy it. So, but the other stuff that they did was bad. Star Wars Outlaws might have killed that studio.
That one was the nail in the coffin.
I mean,
you see, they're trying to save it still.
They are still trying to save it, but I mean, their stock is down to like $2 a share. I don't
really?
know. Yeah, look up their stock. UBI. Look up, see what their price is now. Maybe it's around 5 or something like that. But it's lost so much market value that it's.
Okay, I don't know why it's giving me this in. Is this euros? Why is it giving me this in euro?
Because you still live in Europe.
But it should know I'm in.
Do you have your VPN on?
No. I'm gonna make sure I'm reading this right. I could be reading the market wrong, a label wrong, but I see EUR and I always think euro. Okay, I got it correct one. I don't know why I was giving me that weird one. $2.63 if I'm looking at the right one.
That's rough. What was it? What do you got the yearly chart?
This might
Or
be
last
wrong.
year?
Oh, this might be wrong because it's it looks like it's a fifth of an order of shares. So
Oh,
it's
you don't
like a
have your
fifth
stock app up?
No. Well, hold on. Maybe I can get into this way easier. I just realized.
Yeah, just use the Apple stock app or whatever your phone stock app.
Well, I'm just gonna use E-Trade.
Oh, E-Trade might be having problems right now because of the holidays and stuff like that. So here's a list. This article broke down. Here's the list of Ubisoft's 2024. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora failed to bring in players. And you know they put a ton of money into that. So if you fail to bring in players, it's going to fail. Prince of Persia, right? Used to be a great title. The Lost Crown, underperformed. Skull and Bones, didn't make a splash. It underperformed, yes. Although it started to gain traction throughout the year. The Division, Heartland, was canceled, right? And how many millions of dollars were already put into that? Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time was pushed back to 2026. I mean, that's not even 2026. Star Wars Outlaws, and this says, didn't set the galaxy afire. Star Wars Outlaws sucked. It was a disaster. It's a terrible, terrible game. And I'm even going to go live streaming sometime this week. I'm going to revisit Star Wars Outlaws because I still have it downloaded.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I want to see all the changes it made. See if it improved it, right?
It probably didn't.
Probably didn't, but I want to see.
All right, we've got two Ubisofts drop. Actually, we got a few of them. There's one that's for $13.25. I think that's the main one.
Okay.
And they have the second one that's just almost the same label at $2.61.
Yeah. So they're hurting. Assassin's Creed Shadows was delayed until 2025. This is the one where they made it in Japan finally, like Samurai, all that. Like people have been like clamoring for this, and people were so excited about this. And you know what they did? Instead of saying let's get we all know this story. Instead of a Japanese samurai, they race swapped him. He's now an African American.
Oh yeah.
That pissed me.
I understand the idea behind it with do you ever hear the story of the Black Samurai?
I do. I did.
The problem
I have.
is, okay, so
but it's not accurate, and it's not. He didn't become a samurai.
He actually. Well, fun fact. Actually, you're right about that. He technically wasn't given the title of samurai at all.
Yeah.
He was a high the equivalent of like a hired gun mercenary, but like really professional. I think if you look at the history of it, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But I mean, that's your only historical evidence. Wow. I mean, it's a cool concept to run with if you're going to do a game. If you just like a story-based game on his life, that's a pretty good story. That's a pretty fun story.
But that's not what they're advertising.
But that's not what they're doing.
So this thing comes out in February. I don't think Disney's making any money.
No, and I haven't heard any word about it. Actually, there's an article here about shareholders and talks over possible buyout terms.
Someone's gonna buy this.
Someone's gonna buy this and they're gonna change it up. I don't know who.
So we talked about Prince of Persia: Lost Crown underperformed. Then they disbanded the team later on that did the game. X Defiant, they shut down all their servers for the new year. They said that's it, done. We're shutting it down. All their French employees went on strike. When aren't the French on strike? They're always on strike.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Oh, that's why it was in Euro, because it's a French company. Okay, that makes sense.
744 staff have been laid off since October 2023. That is ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
they're
not
ridiculous.
doing too hot. Not doing too hot, buddy. I wouldn't hedge my bet on that.
So, it's been a rough year for video games. Can you name a video game? Okay.
That came out this year.
What were the hits, right? Stellar Blade, I think, made a little bit of a hit. Helldivers 2 made a hit.
Oh, Helldivers is definitely one of the
hits. All right. Call of Duty came out late last year, right? And, of course, that's Call of Duty. That's always going to get...
And they brought back zombies. So
nice.
Which is big.
What else was a hit?
Elden Ring had the big DLC.
Yeah, I had the big DLC, yep.
That was huge.
Didn't your brother play that?
Yes, he loves that game.
Okay.
Loves that game.
But that's about it.
I mean, Paper Mario, I think came out, right? They had a new Paper Mario. It wasn't huge, but it wasn't bad, I think. I could be wrong. You had the new Astrobot game for I
was going to buy that too. People said that's really cool.
Yeah, people really like that one.
Because, when I first got the PlayStation, I was like, oh, what the hell is this thing?
I was curious. I was like, where's Sackboy? I miss my Sackboy. You know Sackboy?
Yeah.
I miss him. You can never replace him.
But I can't think of anything that really lit the world on fire in terms of games. But look at all the failures.
Oh, college football, EA Sports. That was pretty big when it first came out. Then it died pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Helldivers, Call of Duty.
Dude, even the NBA, the season just began. The NBA 2K5 got horrible ratings. I was looking.
Well, because at this time the fans were just not happy with it
and
because it's too similar. This
yeah.
time. There's always a joke with those games, and even like the FIFA games, like, oh, it's just the same game, just repackaged.
Well, yeah,
updated rosters. But usually they add some quality of life improvements. But for like the NBA one, it just seems like they've never done anything.
Yeah. But you look at the big misses. We talk about Justice League, or Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League.
Oh,
total failure.
Dragon Ball, apparently.
Concord. Remember Concord? You and I played the beta and reviewed it live.
I got jailed.
Dude, that thing was just.
They threw it in they OD'd it.
Yeah.
They literally took it out back behind the barn and put it out of its misery.
Yeah, they tied that thing to a tree.
Okay, here, I got the top 10 selling games for the year. All right, this was according to November.
Hit me.
All right, number 1, according to November, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Okay.
Number 2, Madden NFL 25.
Makes sense. Okay, it's Madden.
EA Sports FC 25. I think we lost your camera again.
Oh, really?
I think we did. I just saw this thing go out. That's why.
Boom, boom. Yeah, we did. We lost my camera again.
See, this is why I'm here, so I can watch your camera. Yeah. Make sure you're staying live. So, I'll continue down this list if you want, or you want.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix this.
All right. Well, while you try to fix that, so number 2, we left it off with Madden NFL 25. Makes sense. It's always a big game. EA Sports FC 25. Remember FIFA that me and Thomas used to grow up playing?
Yeah.
That kind of doesn't exist anymore. Now it's FC 25, the EA version, and then the other FIFA version owned by FIFA. They had a disagreement. They had a deal going on for years, and they kind of decided to split it up. So that's kind of your FIFA for now. So that's number 3. EA Sports College Football is number 4. Number 5 is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Not surprised. It's a Dragon Ball game. I was right about Paper Mario. Not Paper Mario. Sorry, Super Mario Party. Sorry, Jamboree. Sorry, misread it. I thought it was Paper Mario. Could be. So you got a Mario game in there. Mario and Luigi Brothership. That was pretty new in terms of November. It was selling pretty high. So this might be only according to November. I'm starting to doubt these numbers because I'm like, these numbers don't make sense to me. I was like, why is NBA 2K really that high? I was like, it didn't sell that much. This is a wrong list, I think. I want to double check this list, Gringo.
You want to double check that list?
I'm gonna double check this list. Let's see here. We'll trust GameStop. All right, GameStop. Here, this is GameSpot. You want top 10 or what? Just top 10? Okay, number 1 is college football for the year. This was according to December 20th, so before Christmas. Or right before Christmas. Number 2, Call of Duty. All right, so pretty similar there. Number 3, Helldivers. I was wondering where Helldivers was. I was like, I don't read no Helldivers here. Number 4, Dragon Ball.
My camera's booted.
Your camera's gone.
It's gone.
Number 5, another Call of Duty game, surprisingly. Number 6, Madden NFL. Number 7, FIFA. I'm going to call it, I know it's EA Sports FC, but I always call it FIFA. Then Elden Ring. Oh, well, you also have the MVP bundle here, but I'm not counting the MVP bundle. We're not counting that.
Yeah.
We have Elden Ring.
There we go.
Dragon's Dogma. Not a clue. And then MLB The Show.
Dude, MLB The Show has been awesome.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. A lot of people that actually think this one has not been a good version. I've enjoyed it. Right outside, because I'm not counting the MVP bundle as a separate game. I'm just disregarding that one because it's the same thing. MVP bundle is just you get college football and NFL. You get both. I'm not counting that. Just missing on top 10, WWE 2K24.
Nice.
Just missing. But I mean, NBA 2K is not doing that well. Usually, it's a lot better than that. A lot better usually.
I'm gonna.
What are you gonna do, Gringo?
I got the old controller here. It's not working, but it's okay.
The old controller? It's just...
The old, me, I'm old. That's what I mean. The old controller. It's just something I say.
Old...
So let's see what is up with.
Minecraft is top 20. Always. Never will die.
All right.
What are you looking at here?
Let's go to the PlayStation Store. Shuffle over for a second so I can see the full game. All right, so I mean the latest Marvel Rivals is out there. I haven't decided because it's PvP. It's a PvP shooter games.
Usually do really well.
Who, me?
Usually do really well. I'm saying in the market.
Oh yeah, in the market. I was gonna say me. I suck at those. I don't want to make people mad. Black Myth Wukong.
I'm sure that's probably top 10. I don't know why it's on that top 10 list, but I'm surprised it isn't.
Yeah, there's really nothing that stands out.
I've heard good things about that one. The Wukong.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard good things about that one too. There's the Rivals. It's free.
When did it come out? A month ago?
Released 12/5. Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah, okay.
In-game purchase is 36. Should we download it?
I mean, I'm not going to play it. I don't see myself playing it.
I don't see myself playing it because I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to make people because you have to be online with groups, and I suck at this.
Oh no! Oh yeah!
Yeah,
sorry, Gringo. Sorry.
Yeah, it was just.
I encourage you, but I've seen some first-hand gameplay. You know?
But anyways, let's get back to this.
No, we're not doing Cyberpunk.
But yeah, so Ubisoft hurting.
They've not had a good year.
Sea of Thieves is still out.
They've had like a year where it's like you should probably be in the hospital kind of year.
Yeah, I mean they're done. And I feel bad for that. All right, what do they call? All right, what is PlayStation's great games of 2025?
2025?
Yeah, coming up. Borderlands 4 just announced. Well, I mean the movie did so well. Why not make a game? Woo! Woohoo! Dynasty Warriors Origin. Okay.
Baby steps. That will be probably popular.
You think so?
Okay, because these are games that get popular. You ever heard of like Get Over It?
Okay.
They're like it's like games where it's like really hard to do parkour games to get over like to a certain point. Those usually become very popular. So I'm sure there'll be like a point.
There's the Assassin's Creed Shadow release, and they didn't change what people are pissed off about. Good luck with that. And they added a woman. All right, sweet.
Oh, they're making a Mafia game again?
I guess so.
Is it Mafia I'm thinking of?
Mafia the Old Country, yeah.
Oh, woo! Actually, that should be good. That will actually... I used to watch playthroughs of the old Mafia games. If I'm not mistaken. This for another series. Love those games. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Is it a Yakuza series? Okay, that would be popular. I know some friends of mine who would probably get that. That's pretty much it, no?
That's pretty much it.
Any other news, Gringo?
I got nothing.
Monday Night Raw's over.
Monday Night Raw. Oh, who won?
I don't know.
Who won? We didn't pay attention.
I wasn't gonna pay attention. You're doing work, Gringo.
I'm doing work. I'm trying to fix all these devices here.
Gringo having some technical problems here.
Dude, I'm having so many technical problems. It's silly. So many technical problems. Let's see. Let's do this. Woohoo! There I am again. Not the scale, but there I am again.
Gringo's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. So yeah, there we go. All right, and boom, 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 boom. Cool. All right. Then a time and a half. Anything else? Anything else for these fine people out there?
I got nada.
You got nada?
Nada. Zip.
Well, we're gonna go watch the rest of Emilia Perez.
No, that's what you're doing.
You're gonna help me.
No.
I'll watch 10 minutes, then you watch 10 minutes.
That's not how that works.
No, it'll be good. It'll be
Gringo. You should commit. Commit, Gringo. Commit to this.
Come on, I seen Madam Web, Argyle. I saw The Crow.
Yeah, that's what you chose to do, Gringo.
I saw Craven Hunter.
Gringo, this is what you chose to do, Gringo.
Fucking Netflix.
Netflix made some good movies. The Highwaymen.
That was like years ago.
I know. I'm just saying they've made good movies. And I said they have made ones
All right.
recently.
All right, everybody. This is Late Night with the Gringo. This has been episode 23. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. We are going to say good night for the rest of the night. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Some more streamings about the same time we'll get on. But with that, south of the border, I'm still your reluctant Gringo. Thank you to everybody again for watching. Appreciate you. And for half Gringo, little Gringo, junior Gringo, what do you want me to call you?
I don't know.
I got a bunch of names I can call you, but I don't think it's appropriate.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Beaner.
Wow.
I'm Mexican. I can't say this.
No,
I am brown.
No, don't. No, don't. This has been the last episode of Late Night with the Gringo. As I've now been banned on YouTube for inappropriate comments.
Hey. No, it's not inappropriate if I say it.
I just got canceled.
You didn't get canceled. We got canceled.
Oh, that makes me feel a whole lot better.
We're in it together.
I hate you.
We'll figure out how
It's
to
you. Give you to me. All right. With that, everybody have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Salud. A huevo from south of the border. We out.
Adios.